keep your guards up at all time. Now, here again, I'm gonna make the same video for expat because, you know, technically when you become an expat, your guards lower over time. And like I said, it depends where you're an expat. Okay, if you become an expat in Montreal, then, you know, no issues. You're just gonna have a good life and everything's gonna be fine. If you become an expat in Kingston, Jamaica, my house is a fortress in Kingston. I have security force to, you know, roam the house all the time, and we have places we can't travel to, advisories that tell us whatever, where to go, where not to go. I have taxi drivers that I know that don't even go to Spanish Town, and they don't go pick up people in certain areas because it's too dangerous. Bullets are flying left and right, people dying left and right. It's one of the, you know, the least safe city in the world. It was ranked number 3 by UNDSS not long ago as one of the worst cities to live in, and that's where we are now. So of course here I'm not going to lower my guard at any time for any circumstances. But what I mean when you're traveling to even France, Switzerland, or whatever, keep your guards up. Okay, I had a friend of mine just had her purse stolen by Geneva Lake in Geneva. Okay, she was just sitting down by the lake, like with, you know, but she just assumed that, hey, I'm in Switzerland, everybody is you know, good and no issues. You don't even have to, you pay, basically it's pay by honor for the public transportation. A lot of people, a lot of restaurants and stuff like that have that kind of policies. So you don't expect to have thieves and stuff like that around, but they are. Either they're, you know, they're bad Swiss criminals, or they're people from other countries, they're gypsies, immigrants, or more likely locals, and these things happen. So, you know, it's easy to just leave your guard down and actually be hurt. If you go to tourist area, this is where I'm going to tell you not to. I mean, you could be in Disneyland and, you know, like some guy complained in Disneyland of a pickpocketing event, and he was mentioning that. He was just sitting in front of me, and, you know, we were just talking while we were doing the ride, and he was mentioning that he was in trouble because his wallet had just been stolen. He had it in his pocket. Somehow he doesn't know what happened. He never felt it. You know, there are people that would just get themselves, you know, you know, like the year subscription to go to Disneyland. It costs them $300-400, and they can, you know, they can go there every day, all day, and they just basically pickpocket the tourist. That happens in Italy. That happens everywhere on Earth. So you have to be on your guard. Not because you're inside Vatican that you're gonna be like, oh, I'm safe, I'm inside the Vatican. You're not because you're in the Duomo's cathedral, I'm in a church, so what's gonna happen? No, I'm not gonna go there. Okay, but the point is, you know, there's a lot of stuff that can happen in a lot of places. Keep your guard up at all time. That includes with your kids, the people you meet. Always have a certain degree of skepticism with everybody, okay? Kidnapping and stuff like that happen everywhere and anywhere, it doesn't matter. You know, like if you just look at the US, mass shooting and school shooting happen, like, I change my underwear probably less than, you know, the number of shooting per year in the United States. You know, you have to keep your guards up there. You have to think about what you're doing in certain situations. You cannot avoid everything. I'm not saying to be paranoid, but even if you're in the US, you cannot just expect, you know, that it's going to be safe. In crowds, for example, is probably the worst place to be when you have that kind of situation. Black Friday sounds ridiculous, but you're a tourist, you want to experience Black Friday, you know, like, you can get hurt there. So you have to still be aware. If there are protests, marches, or something like that, you have to be also aware of that. You know, not long ago, some crazy guy just rammed people with their cars in a protest. So that's the kind of thing that I'm just saying. Don't freak out, but be aware. And if you're doing something dangerous, be even more aware. If you're gonna go run with the bull in Spain, well, they're bulls, they're running, you could get hurt, people get killed every year. So just think about that, just be aware of where you're going, what you're doing. Another point, China, for example, the Great Wall of China, you'd be surprised to find out that, you know, in a lot of cases, they don't have railings, okay? 2,000, 3,000 years ago when they're building stuff, even 600 years ago when they're building stuff in China. I was just thinking of Pingyao. I mean, you know, you literally walk, and it's basically what we consider a sidewalk in North America. That's about the height of the railing. You'll just go tumble over. I mean, that's typical everywhere in ancient places. Okay, go see you know, like Coba in Mexico, and you know, it's a cutthroat place to go climb it. Okay, mechanical injuries would happen. You drive puddles everywhere in Jamaica, for example, in Philippines. Child beggars, they distract you while somebody else steals your stuff. There's all kinds of things like that that you have to be aware of. So study where you're going and think about it, because losing your passport, your driver license and everything, and I have security on how to travel abroad in other videos. I'll link one below. But yeah, think about that, because honestly, you know, you have to be on your guard.